So I have a confession to make. I am not a big GTA fan. I know. Please, just hear me out. Don't judge me yet. I played GTA 5. I like that. Vice City, I played, enjoyed them. It's not like I hate those games. It's not like I actually like them a lot. I am just not fanatical about GTA like some people are out there. You know, I'm just not as into them as some of your most hardcore players out there. So I looked at this today, GTA 6, and I'm gonna be honest with you about something else. And please don't hate me. But I was not really looking forward to GTA 6. I mean, of course I'm gonna get the game, I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna talk about it because it just seems like that's what you're supposed to do. If you say you don't like it, you might as well say you hate Jesus. So I'm just being honest with you. I was not looking forward to this game. I was curious. I wanted to experience it. But if you want me to be completely honest with you, couldn't care less. Not at the top of my list at all. So this 30-minute preview comes out today. Like everybody else, about the nature of what I do, I'm pretty much obligated to come in and take a look at it. And about 15 minutes into it, I sat back, thought about it, and I said to myself, shit! Boy, November can't get here fast enough. I don't know what came over me. I don't know what happened. I don't know what is bubbling up inside of me right now. But I am so excited for this game that an hour ago, 2 hours ago, I could have gave shit less about. That might be a little bit of exaggeration, but I can tell you, I flipped. I sat up here and watched this preview. I had eyes like this dog right here. They were just bulging out my head. I'm like, holy shit, what am I watching? And I'm not trying to exaggerate. I am not trying to get on some bandwagon. As I said, I am no expert about GTA. I don't know all the lore. I don't know all the mechanics, but I do know incredible when I see it. And I'm looking at this right now, man, and it's just the detail that I'm looking at right now. And I'm probably like everybody else out there. Now, you should be ashamed of yourself. All of you out there who are making all those little, oh, we got this before we got GTA 6 jokes out there. All of y'all out there complaining. Yeah, Rockstar sitting back right now and saying, yeah, don't you ever doubt us again. Don't you ever talk shit about us again. People, and I was one of those people who was like, damn, they taking a long time on this game. But today I'm like, okay, I get it. And as a person who is a non-GTA enthusiast, let me tell you why I'm getting excited about this. And let's just take a look at some of the game right now. And I do have some minor things to talk about with this that might be seen as not glowing praise for it. But for the most part, I am highly impressed by what I saw. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of this. I mean, you already have. Probably watched this 3 times already. But just for context, let's go and take a look.
Okay. What do you think?
Sequence?
Sequence?
That's another thing right there. I mean, that girl's fine as hell. I know that's a video game, but goddamn. That's Lucia, one of the main characters. You play 2 characters, Jason and Lucia. You know that already, but shit! That speaks for the realism in this game. That I'm just horny looking at this trailer right here. She is fine as hell.
Okay, the other one.
And there we go, getting into some of the gameplay. And no change in visual quality at all. Just as detailed as that cutscene right there. And that's what is blowing my mind with this. I'm blown away by the detail and the graphics here, the visuals. After all these years, this is what the PS5 is made for. It's like when did the PS5 come out? Like 3, 4, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and now we're getting a game that actually says, "Oh, this is the PS5," and I'm just amazed at the gameplay that we're looking at right here, man. And let's go ahead and get into some of the things that made me really fall in love with this game and the reason why I can't wait to play it. Now, again, let me just go ahead and say, I am somebody who is not a GTA expert at all. I'm not one of the biggest fans of the series. I'm okay with it. I'm not diehard about it. So like I said, I can't tell you about the lore. I can't tell you about all the mechanics. I can't tell you about all the worlds and the characters and things like that. But watching this and watching how we just watched pretty much a slow dialogue scene right there. You know, not doing too much, just walking through the house, getting a soda out of the refrigerator. But when you get into some of the action gameplay in this, I was amazed by the attention to detail in the buildings. And I'm not talking about up close. I'm talking about things that are far away. Just so detailed and crisp and clear. And you know, this is something that they put out there for promotion. I don't know how it's going to play when we actually get it, but I mean, no blurring. I imagine that we're not going to get any real stuttering in the gameplay. I mean, if this is as smooth as we see it, that is incredible.
I'm gonna punch through to the freeway.
Holy shit, that is damn near. Look, might be a slight exaggeration, but damn near movie quality gameplay right there, as far as anything we played so far. I mean, you know, if you took a look at this at a glance, like before you realized that you were looking at a video game, you would really stop and think, like, with so much detail going on, that's real. The realism in this game is insane that I'm looking at right now. And again, not trying to get overhyped. I'm not trying to jump on some bandwagon about all the excitement for this game, but I'm slobbering for this like the rest of everybody. I'm just looking at this and I'm drooling. I got my drool all over my pants and crotch right now. Oh, that sounds nasty. Phrasing, right? Anyway, man, that really is this is what we dreamed of when I was a kid. You gotta realize I grew up with Atari, playing blocks. This is goddamn science fiction right here. with what I grew up with, I didn't think I'd ever see this in my lifetime. This is crazy. On the opposite end of that, you know, we got the buildings in the urban areas. You know, I'm looking at like the swamp area right here and the plants and the water. And let me go back right here so you can see that. I mean, look at the tension on the concrete. Cracks, y'all. The cracks look amazing. But looking at this right here, you know, it looks like every leaf is an individual leaf. I know it's not, but that's the way it looks. Look at the reflection on the water and how you can see under the water. I mean, maybe we've seen stuff like this before. Maybe I'm going crazy for no reason. But I am really impressed by this. This is you know, just again, just I'll get to this in a little bit, but like I said, you know, in the urban areas and in the wooded areas, how you can just see details on a curb, details, look at this, man. Details high up where you can see the whole city, man. And, speaking of water, look at that right there. Look at that. But what really made my head explode, and you saw a little bit of an example a few seconds ago, this scene here where Lucia jumps off this edge and goes hang glide. Look at that detail from above of the whole city. Fuck! think that's crazy. And imagine this, the people. This is gameplay. You look at how sharp that is from up in the air, and then imagine how you're gonna probably glide into some of these areas closer and see even more detail on there. Somebody said they looking at that. Oh, you don't even see the city. You looking at that ass right there. Hey, I was too. I ain't gonna lie. Took me a while to realize, oh yeah, there's a city down there. I said that blew my mind right there. But no, you know what really, really, really made my brain melt? Going in that refrigerator right there. Did you see that? Look at this. Let me go back. Watch your man go in the refrigerator right here. Open that refrigerator, and you can see. You can almost read the ingredients. You can read every label on every bottle, box, and can. I feel like I can reach into this screen right now and grab a soda or a beer for myself. Maybe I'm a sucker for visuals. I don't know. Maybe I'll start playing it and I'll be like, yeah, this is not for me. You know, the beauty and the luster might wear off after an hour or so, but I really love the immersiveness of this, by everything just feeling like you can almost just touch it and feel the texture on it. That is wild. Switching tones here, or switching to another topic about this game. We've been talking about the visuals. So it's funny because the visuals are so great that I think that they are finally, at least for me looking at this, they're finally having an effect on how you view the violence in this. Because with the realism that we see in this, it's almost like the shock has gone up on the violence, in that and this is not a complaint at all. This is not all. We should feel this way. It's just that some of the violence in here feels a little bit more disturbing because this looks so real. You know, things that happen in the real world and we see them in the game right now, if it doesn't look as real, we have some detachment. But looking at this, things like violence on black men, unarmed black men, cops shooting unarmed black men, or anybody getting shot for that matter, that takes on a grittier and more disturbing feel right here.
Hey man, this ain't even loaded. Oh, too bad.
You know what? Being that feels more real, it feels disturbing, and I don't know how that's going to affect me when I actually play the game. And again, don't think I'm saying this as a criticism. I mean, I think it's a valid thing to bring up, and I also think that if it's making you feel that way, it says something about how much work went into this game to make it look so real and so beautiful in certain parts. Also, there's violence against women in here. We see a scene where Lucia is being attacked. This guy getting a stiletto to the eye. I don't know how this is going to affect me as I play the game. I don't want to be so detached that I feel nothing from this. And this feels so gritty and it feels so realistic that, yeah, it's stirring up some feelings in me. And I like I said, I'm still going to play, but it just feels weird a little bit, Like I said before, we kind of had that detachment to separate ourselves from the violence because it felt like a video game. It still does feel like a video game. I mean, it's not 100% realistic, but yeah, it's close enough now to where I just feel a little weird. But that's why I'm glad that they kept the GTA sense of humor in here. They got some very funny and sometimes very dark satire here. I love the commercials. There are the examples of commercials that they gave us here.
Does life feel hopeless? Luckily for you, those days are over. Thanks to Angstapan.
They let you know that this is still a fantasy world, and I think we need that. Kind of like a RoboCop thing. If you ever watch RoboCop, extremely violent movie, kind of disturbing, but then they put all the satire in there to remind you that yes, this is a fantasy video game world. So, we're not trying to make people feel too disturbed with this. Although there's some stuff that they have in here that is satire, And the thing that's disturbing about that is that as weird as and fantastical as this world is, some of this stuff is holding a mirror up to the real world. And we're seeing a lot of things that exist in this game that are just as crazy in reality. That's an influencer riding the back of a stolen car, streaming while hanging on for his life. You know, it's funny because you ain't got to play GTA for that. You can see dumbest shit like that in the real world. So it's almost disturbing to play the game and realize, damn, when I cut this game off, I'm just stepping back into some dumb shit. But I love the satire in this. It's great. And there's also, I think, references and homage to movies out there. Hey, tell me something, because I don't know. Does anyone else get the feeling that
Ferris wheel, hell, it was
this right here,
goddamn summer for us kids.
Everybody, hands we can see them!
Pulp Fiction? Anybody get the feeling that is maybe a reference to Pulp Fiction? Maybe it isn't. You know, we get two people robbing a diner. You know, they had that in Pulp Fiction. Hey, maybe that's just a coincidence. But I kind of felt like that's what they were kind of referencing right there. Again, something that's satirical, letting you know, again, that this is a fantasy world. Something to take us out of there, lighten the moment a little bit. Well, I guess it's not too light robbing people at a diner. But for GTA, hey, I guess it is. I am not sure about the mechanics in the game, as I told you. You know, I can't go in and tell you everything that's been pioneered in every game, everything that they've done different and changed the mechanics throughout the game. Some things I do recognize, and I think that that's cool. I told you I played GTA 5, so it's kind of cool that I think they're doing like a character switching system like that right here. You can see you can switch to Jason right there. Damn, it looks good. And there we are. Seeing what's Jason doing? There he is, hanging out with his black friend. I think that that's kind of cool. And I told you I'd come back to this later. The swimming in this. I can't wait to go and do the swimming mechanic just because, again, just to be immersed in all that beauty right there. The water. The water looks great on the surface. I think it's cool that you get to go and swim underwater right there and have these missions. And I'm looking forward to that. Also, I'm asking you guys, you know, is this let me go back a little bit. So there goes Jason blasting everybody. Yeah, get your ass down. Who else wants something? Okay, right here. Is that like a Red Dead mechanic right there? Or what is it called? Deadeye? Where if anybody's played another Rockstar game, Red Dead Redemption, you know, they got this thing called Deadeye where things slow down and you can actually blast somebody. Except here you get to see all the weak points in people, like the brain and and I guess the elbow. I'm thinking that's what that is. So yeah. Somebody else in the chat said like Max Payne, but yeah, that's what that appears to be. Because I actually like that mechanic in Red Dead Redemption. Our very own Oz Green came up with that, by the way. I believe that's what he said. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure Oz Green came up with that. So they're saying, yeah, yellow is non-lethal, and I guess I said that's the elbow. I guess that's the heart. So you shoot the heart, you shoot the brain, bam, they go down. That's actually pretty cool right there. And I think that's pretty new for this, right? I don't think that they've had this out there. Yeah, but somebody said that's crazy. Yeah, that's actually really cool that they're doing that, man. I don't think that's brand new. So cool. Yeah, I didn't know if that was in there before or not. And I'm gonna tell you, man, there's some mechanics that personally I don't like to do, but I still think it's cool. I don't like to do. I'm the kind of person. Maybe I got a short attention span. I love to jump into the action, and I just love to just go out there and blast things, get into the mission. Little menial things that you do in real life. Some people, they love doing that in a video game, and I think that is cool. And some of those, maybe some of those things I like to do. But I'm looking here, you can lift weights, and I don't know if I want to stop the game to lift weights. I exercise enough in my real life. I don't know if I want to keep doing it in a video game. But you know, again, that's personal. Also, it's pretty cool because I heard that the more you work out, the more you lift weights, it has an effect on how your character looks. So that might be something cool to do, and it might pull me into it. changing your character, make sure you're looking nice and sexy when you're going around blasting people and blowing their brains out. Also, I think it's really nice the way they have it to where you can customize your character so much. Speaking of looks, so with Lucia just alone, you see that she takes many costume changes, especially with these wigs that she has on throughout the game. Now I'm hoping that's still Lucia. I hope I'm not looking at different characters, but she's wearing different wigs. You can see Jason, he has different clothes all the time. I wonder if Jason could put on one of those wigs right there. He'd probably look good with that blonde wig on right there. You know, let me see here. I can customize too. I got my own Lucia going on right there. I can customize what I customize. And let me see here. I guess my last thing to say here, and this is something I wanted to say for last because I don't want anybody to think that I was complaining. This is just something that I feel strongly about in all media, and I've kind of felt this way with GTA for a while. But the only thing that really makes me feel not so good about this is probably the black representation in the game. As you'll see, let me see if I have this turned up. As you'll see right here.
Nothing.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what's up? Y'all trying to smoke?
No.
And you know, as you get later into the game, you
Hold up,
see
bro.
the scary black dudes everywhere. Everybody talking like this. What you want? What the fuck you doing here? And you know, later on we get into what looks like a trap house. You know, everybody got tatted up, shirtless and whatnot in their drawers. And I only say this because this is how the video started out, and that image gets spread around the world a lot. People go to that stereotype a lot. We see it in mainstream media. We see it in the video games. And I know that everybody in GTA is shady. I got that. But it's not like we see that much of a balance or different representation of black people in video games, or, you know, a lot of places, but especially video games. You know, there's not a whole lot of black lead characters in video games. And to see this image and this stereotype kind of pushed, and this is what you see a lot of black people, I'm like, well, yeah, there's not really a balance there to balance that out. This is what people see. This is what is spread around the world. And it's just me, y'all. It just doesn't make me feel good. I don't know, I get a little feeling of dread whenever I see this, knowing that there's not other images in video games to counter this. And so it just makes me feel a little weird. And I'm not complaining. I'm not boycotting the game. I'm not saying anybody shouldn't get it. I'm not saying that I'm not gonna get it. Hey, look, I started out this video losing my goddamn mind. So I'm definitely gonna get this. I'm gonna play it. You're not gonna hear me bring this up a whole lot. It's just something I want to put out there. And by no means do I want anybody to take this and run with it and make it seem like I'm telling you not to buy the game. That's not it at all. So anyway. Yeah, and I'm not saying that there's not any, of course I'm not saying that there's not any other black representation or any other kind of representation for other people out there. And there's some that are more underrepresented than black people. But I mean, let's admit it, y'all, it's not that many, you know. And when it does happen, people complain. I've actually seen Silent Hill has a black character coming out, a lead character. And I saw more than one comment saying, why is he black? Like we don't exist. And you're not going to hear anybody complain about the characters here because they're the stereotypes they see all the time, and they're not lead characters. So I don't know. That's just something I'm saying, man. Somebody said too late. Somebody already took it and put it on Reddit to make me look bad. What else is new? I'm used to it. Anyway, I am really looking forward to this game. I'm very excited. I can't wait to play this. This is probably going to be the biggest media event of the year, and And like I said, man, it turned me around quickly. I really was not. I'm not saying that I wasn't looking forward to the game. I was, but I wasn't that excited for it. I'm just not a big GTA fan, and it was just not something that was on the top of my list of things that I want to see the most during 2026. But I am so eager now to jump into this. They got me. They got me, and I'll be playing this on a stream. I'm scared because I think if it's as good as it looks right here, I already don't have any time, y'all. Last thing I need is for damn GTA 6 to be taking up what time I have left, but that's what it looks like it's going to be doing. And that's okay with me if it's going to be as great as it looks right there. So, what are your impressions of this? What do you think about the things that I said? Can you help elaborate, show me some things, and teach me more about GTA? Anything I should know before I jump into this game right here? Let me know. Whatever comment section we have out there, send me an email, all that stuff. Thank you, everybody, for taking your time out today, this evening, as I said. A lot of y'all just going home and relax, and I get my big-ass head and big-ass mouth up here, and I'm just interrupting your time. But I thank you for it.